Hey guys, this is Brian here for another Minecraft video. This is episode 2 of Railing, a mod pack about connecting the world with rails. In the first episode, we got started with the mod pack by doing some mining, a little bit of farming over here, and as I hinted in the introduction, today we are going to get into my most favorite food mod in Minecraft so far, which is Farmer's Delight. So yeah, food is a very common early game problem, and I wanted to get that sorted out first, especially with the very aggressive mobs in 1.18 due to the massive caves. You know, there's so much dark areas for mobs to spawn in, so I really want to get food going, and food is a lot more interesting with Farmer's Delight, as there is many more ways to make food actually, not just the crafting table, and of course there's way more foods than we have in vanilla Minecraft. So yeah, to get started, we already have some plants over here. These are some onions, and of course you have the vanilla crops, but you also have cabbage, tomatoes, and these will be all used in the new foods. But the very first thing to do to get started in Farmer's Delight is to craft all of the kitchen utensils. So the 5 main utensils I have listed over here, we have the cooking pot, stove, cutting board, iron knife, and campfire. So yeah, you actually have a cooking pot now. You can actually cook stuff instead of just craft them. And this will open up to a lot of recipes. So we will begin with this one first. It just requires some iron, bricks, this wooden shovel, as well as a water bucket. So we need some clay. Fortunately, we do have just a bit of iron. We need to smelt a bit more. But while that's waiting, we can mine some clay. Conveniently, there's some over here. So now we can just put this in a furnace and let it smelt. And now we can craft our wooden shovel. I guess in real life this would be the thing used to stir food. And yeah, now we can just put this over here and we get our first cooking pot. Now on its own, it's kind of useless. We do need a fire source. Usually that would be in the form of a campfire, right? You can't really cook without fire. So we're going to craft one of these. Fortunately, we have everything we need. And I think I'm going to clear out this area a bit so that we can have some space to build our kitchen. Alright, so I cleared out the area a bit. I think there needs to be some more light sources, but we can figure that out later. So I'm just going to place the campfire over here with this thing on the top. And there you go. This is the interface. You can put the ingredients here, a bowl if required over here to get the food out. Now another item that is provided by Farmer's Delight is called the stove. This is similar to a campfire, except it's a bit better because they can cook up 6 things at the same time instead of 4 like with the campfire. So we're going to make it anyways for demonstration purposes. Seems like we need a little bit more clay. There we go. That's 16 bricks to make 4 of these brick blocks. And now we can make the stove. No, we need a campfire. Yes, so a bit more sticks. That is like so. Then we can make the stove, and I think this will be a good demonstration for the very first recipe we can create. It is an egg sandwich, so if we click U with the bread so we can see what we can make this with. As you can see, we can make the egg sandwich with 2 fried eggs. Yes, those exist in this game. So as a demonstration, we do have 2 eggs in here, and if we just put them in the grill, you can see that it is able to cook them. Now I think this works in the furnace as well. But of course with this it comes free of fuel, so that's quite nice. Alright, there's our 2 fried eggs, and then we just put this in our crafting grid with the bread. There you go. Here's our first Farmer's Delight food, an egg sandwich. And seems like it's getting a little dark here. Let's put back this thing over here, like so. Okay, now the last primary kitchen thing that Farmer's Delight offers is their cutting board over here. And if you noticed before, when I was looking through the uses for the bread, you can see that there are some chicken cuts, for example, or beef patties like over here. And to make them, we first have to cut up these things, and it actually benefits us because usually, as you can see, when we cut, for example, raw mutton, we will get a couple chops. And you see that if we try to, make some of these recipes, it actually costs the same thing. So it'll give us more food, which is very beneficial. Fortunately, the recipe is extremely simple. It's a crafting table, except we have 2 vertical sticks over there. So let us make that really quickly, like so. And of course, if you really want to use the cutting board, you need a knife of some sort, right? So there are multiple knives in this game. In this mod. There's a flint, iron, golden, diamond, and netherite. And I'm going to choose the iron one because that is a pretty good middle ground, I think. And you could even use this as a weapon, although it doesn't really deal that much damage compared to, let's say, an iron sword. But it is pretty quick in terms of attack speed compared to the sword, I think. Hello, seems like you want to cook too. All right, anyways, now let's say we want to make the beef patty. Unfortunately, I don't really have any other meat available. So let's just take the raw beef, like so. And then we could just put them in the grill once more. So you see, we got 2, so we can make 2 burgers from just one of those. And once this is done cooking, we can take it. Don't step on it, please. Yeah, these things hurt, by the way. As you can see, just like with a campfire, it's consistent, right? So I guess if you have villagers around, you could put just some slabs over here, some kind of decor to prevent that from happening. All right, so those are 2 beef patties, and let us craft this into this thing. And oh, one more thing, we could do something similar with cabbage so that we are more efficient with our materials. So we need some cabbage. Let's chop that up like so. You just right click, sorry, like you want to use a tool, and we can grab a piece of onion. Here it is, and tomatoes. I wonder, oh, it's in my inventory. And then we can use some kind of crafting table. I should probably craft one over here. That'll be really convenient. And then we can click U to craft this. And there is our first hamburger. Look at that. And you can see that these give way more than just your standard counterparts. So I think it's quite worth it. So that's essentially an introduction to Farmer's Delight. You have your 3 things, and I guess the crafting table is helpful. And you can make various types of foods, such as these things, which seem really delicious. I wish I could eat this in real life right now. Now, we already have a farm going, and this provides us with quite a lot of materials. We actually have a rice farm back here. It's not really growing that quickly. I forgot to mention this, but it's here. But if you, in any case, need to speed this up, and this mod pack, there are watering cans. It's quite overpowered, but once again, this mod pack is for people who don't have time like me. So these, you just fill up with water and just right click. It acts like bone meal, which is pretty neat. So I'm going to craft that one. It requires a bucket and a little bit of that. Did I craft that right? No. Of course I did. And there's our iron watering can, for example. And let's see if I need some more materials, ingredients. You just fill up with R, just right click, and it will start bone mealing very slowly, as you can see. And yes, we have a right click to harvest too, which is very nice. Alright, so plants is all nice and good. Then we have a way to speed that up too if we need that, especially in early game. However, there are a lot of recipes that require meat and other animal products. So I think it's a pretty good idea to start a pan, especially because these types of meat-based foods tend to give more saturation, as you can see over here. So we need to start a pan somewhere. Unfortunately, this village that we decided to call home, I think we'll call it the spawn village, is a little bit jagged in terrain. Yeah, I'm not really sure where to build it at the moment, but I think this will be a pretty good place if we just dig in here. And while we're on that, a pretty good demonstration of yet another mod is the Excavators and Hammers mod. There's actually 2 mods, and if we just look at hammers, this can mine a 3x3 area of blocks, in this case stone, because it's a hammer similar to a pickaxe. And there's a couple levels. It takes a little bit of effort to craft them. For example, you need, actual stone, and even the iron one requires iron blocks. So, but for now, we're just gonna make the stone one. So we're gonna cook up a little bit of stone. And after the stone, we could just put this in the crafting table, and we get our very first hammer. Yes, there you go. It's not very fast, by the way, but I think it's still pretty good. And the other one is the excavator. This is for digging dirt, as you might guess. It looks like a shovel. Again, it requires 2 stone. Of course, can't make it too easy, right? So we will quickly craft that too, because as you can see, the hill we are digging is mostly made out of dirt. And yeah, we can start digging this with these things. Here's a demonstration. As you can see, it will give a very faint outline on what's going to dig if you start digging it. And yeah, it just works. All right, so I'm going to do some post commentary over here and run you through my thoughts of what I wanted to do with this animal pen. And the biggest idea is I wanted to make it as natural looking as possible. And it's already a pretty good start because there is a nearby water lake here at the same level I'm digging at. I think that's natural 0.17/18 cave generation. It's one of those like cookie color like slices of caves. And over here, I'm just digging some kind of shaft. Could be for elevators or ladders if I don't have it at the moment. This can connect the top and bottom part of the village. And over here, I'm trying to use the Minimap to have the same elevation. Unfortunately, without guessing, I was pretty lucky and got it first couple of tries on the same level. Yeah, the reason why I wanted to connect it is because it was really hard to get back down and up from the very steep hills besides the mountain, and the top part is mostly where the trading area is. And over here I'm just starting to fill up the area with some dirt, and hopefully some of the grass over there will spread over time slowly but surely. And yeah, actually ran out of dirt, so I had to get out over here, as you can see, nearby the spawn area to get some dirt by flattening out some area with the excavator. And yes, I finally took down this spawn tree. It's probably bothering some of you guys. I also don't like floating trees either. But there you go, it's being taken down for your satisfaction and my own too. And I also had to collect some jungle wood to make the fences because I wanted it to fit with the biome. Alright, so now I am placing the dirt I had just collected previously. And yes, it is taking quite a while, longer than I wanted to, and here's a cinematic shot trying to make it look a little bit more interesting. And yeah, I expanded the room a bit because I felt like it could be bigger. And over here, we are now placing some leaves and vines because I really wanted to make this look more natural instead of just, you know, purpose-built area for animal farm. And over here, we are adding some fences. I wanted to make a more organic fence shape. So as you can see over here, they are not just straight in a direction. They are a little bit curled just to make it more natural again. And finally, I added some lanterns because I wanted it to look a little cleaner and avoided placing torches on the floor at the end. Instead, I just placed them on the walls and the fences, and the lanterns would do the rest of the lighting. And yeah, over here, you see there's a little bit opening on the end there. Yeah, I had to cover that up with fences. I hope that works to prevent the mobs from escaping through that route. But yeah, I also added some vines I can see. I hope they don't block the way too much. I'll probably start shearing them when they get a little bit annoying. But yeah, there you have it. Alright, so here is what we built in that time lapse. As you can see, I think it turned out pretty good. I'm not the best at building organic things, but you know, for a first try in a while, I think this is fine. And we also have two entrances over here. Yeah, I thought of clearing the middle one just to make it a nice big entrance, but I thought this made it look a little bit more natural with the vines. It's kind of like a cave, and this kind of, you know, supports this thing. I don't know, I might get rid of it in the future to make it easier to enter. And one other thing that I have to do is, because this thing is pretty low, I don't know if I regret making it this low, but I had to add some additional headroom for me to be able to jump over fences. And yes, you can do that in this mod pack because there's a mod that allows you to do that. Very wonderful. I added the same over here, so you could, you know, keep going if you have to. You don't have to go all the way back. And yeah, I'm really happy with that mod. You don't need the carpet thing that you used to do. You know, it looks really weird, out of place. It's like wool, like what in the world is wool doing in a farm. So yeah, that's enough for the pen. I think we are now gonna go ahead and get the animals. And yeah, as you can see here, I've been planting some stuff too, like bamboo and cocoa beans for us to use later. Alright, so finding animals is typically a very difficult task in vanilla Minecraft. I gotta admit, it's one of the most annoying things ever, having to clear everything back. But the good part of it is that in modern Minecraft, we can make things easier. And we have a minimap over here. If you just click on Z, you can see that there are a couple of animals around here that we can get. But let's sleep away the night first. All right, so I'm gonna climb up this hill over here. And as you can see, there are more mobs appearing. Seems that they are on top of this hill. That is indicating, I think, or at least around this really high elevation. There you go. There's a lot of mobs. I think we're gonna get some pigs first over here. So let's go. Now, one thing that you may be concerned of is I have brought no carrots. But that's not a problem because in this mod pack, you can carry these mobs. Yes, I have made Minecraft this easy for you just by shift right clicking it. And although you do get slowness, you could carry it. Look at this. You know, I've had other mods like this. I think it's called Carry On mod. I'm not sure, where they would put it on top of your head. But like, just look at this, just carrying the pig like a toy pig. It's hilarious. I love it. So we're going to be doing this for the pigs as well as some of the other stuff like the sheep and the chicken over there and some cows somewhere else. Seems like they're quite far from here. And right after getting all of the animals, we can start breeding them and fortunately slaying them to get some more resources to, you know, make some food. But you can see that it takes all of my hunger. You know, fair game, I guess, because, you know, this thing is not easy to do. Let us quickly put this over so we can be done. I'm going to put the pig pen over here. I think that's fine. Yeah. There you go. Just click on it again and I'll go. And I shall eat soon my hamburger so I don't die of hunger. Alright, that is the first breeding done. I will keep doing this every 5 minutes so we can increase the population here pretty quickly while I get something else. Oh no. I didn't think of the little ones. They could escape through the wood block holes, right? Okay, well, I gotta adjust this just a bit then. Oh, hey, villager, I didn't see you were able to come here, but okay, that surprised me. Anyways, we are already done with the farms now, and for some reason, all the animals are going to the corners, and this chicken is now stuck in the vines, but that's hilarious nevertheless. And yeah, we can already grab some of the products, such as the eggs. Yeah, the eggs will be important in some recipes, as you could see over here. So yeah, while we wait for the population to grow, we can start making some more foods. And yeah, seems like the villager wants to join in with the these chickens. Alright, so now that we have finished the animal pen, we can start to make some Farmer's Delight foods. And the interesting thing with Farmer's Delight is that some foods will give you specific beneficial effects based on what food you eat. So there is an incentive to create multiple types of food instead of just one, which is very nice. Those different effects range from regeneration, strength, resistance, and even a little bit of fire resistance, and two new effects from Farmer's Delight, which are comfort as well as nourishing. So I think today we can demonstrate all of those effects, except for fire resistance, because those are from melon popsicles, which we do not have ice to make. So yep, we're going to be making 7 dishes today, I think. And first one will be squid ink pasta. So this is considered a large meal. And it will therefore give us nourishing, which allows us to have no hunger or saturation loss. So yeah, we pretty much have most of the materials. We're just missing some fish, but let's make this raw pasta. It's just 2 wheat and an egg. I will use that recipe because we only need 1 for now. Like so. And then we need to catch some fish. So let's go ahead and make a fishing rod and let us catch some fish. There you go. Here's our raw cod. And we can, as always, with Farmer's Delight, put this on the cutting board and get duplicates. And we could just throw everything into the cooking pot. Of course, I forgot what is this I'm looking for? Yes, ink sacks. Go to the cooking pot and throw everything in here. Oh, we need a bowl. And now we can throw it into here. I don't think, what is this? Our EI supports this, so we're just gonna manually put it in. There you go. It's gonna start cooking and we should get our squid ink pasta. There you go. So that's the first dish done. And I'll demonstrate all the effects later once I have enough hunger. The next thing I'm going to make is the baked cod stew. Problem is we don't have potatoes. So I think we're gonna go ahead and try to find some. And I think there's two ways to find it. We can try to venture out to different villages and try to find that. And I think there might be some farmland like these, as you can see over here, that might potentially have potatoes. The other way is to just find wild potatoes, which according to the wiki spawns in temperate climates, so between 0.3 and 1.0 temperature. And for example, those include forests, I believe, plains, and all those things. So there's a lot of places where you could find potatoes. Personally, I think I'm going to go with the searching the villages route because I really want to see the other villages nearby this area. So we can have some inspiration for what to build in the future in those places. So yeah, this is the oak village. As you could see, it is oak themed. This is added from repurposed structures. Oh, and what do you have here? Beetroots and potatoes. Oh, this is jackpot. Because we also do not have beetroot. So that is what I'm trying to find. I should have cleared my inventory before coming here. Now it's like filled with a bunch of random stuff. I guess I can throw away the jungle sapling, put my shield in my offhand, and just steal, you know, beetroot seeds as well as potatoes. Thank you, villagers. All right, we're back home, so let us unload everything we have found. And let's plant the beetroot, and might as well expand the farm a bit here and plant some potatoes. And now, since we threw away that raw cod slice, I gotta fish another one. There you go. Here's another piece of cod. We shall put that here. Nope, not my shield. That's the thing, really. If you put it in your offhand, that happens a lot. There you go. And oh, did I not tell you? It does give you bone meal when you do that, so that's pretty neat. Now I can put everything into here, which is one raw cod slice, one tomato, one potato, as well as one egg. Whoop, there you are. And there you go. That is 2 dishes completed. All right, now moving on to the third dish, which is the mixed salad. Now that we have everything we need, because we have the beetroot. So let's go ahead and grab the beetroot. And then we need some cabbage. And what else do we need? We need onions. Okay, where are you, onions? Here you are. And then we just need a bowl. And of course, ideally, we would want to chop up the cabbage so we get more for what we have. And then we could just craft it over here. Oh, we forgot the tomatoes. Click, click, and there you go. Mixed salad. Okay, 3 dishes done. And moving along to the next food, we have chicken sandwich. Okay, so we just need bread, carrot, and a piece of cooked chicken. All right, so we do have the bread, cabbage. What else do we need? Carrot. Yes, we should get a carrot. Of course, as always, we'll chop this up and then we'll cook it up over here. All right, those are the cooked chicken cuts. And now we can go to our crafting table and craft that up like so. And that is our 4th dish completed. Next one goes hand in hand with strength, which is the mutton wrap, which will give you resistance. This one, you need cabbage, cooked mutton, milk, tomato, and bread. So we need another piece of tomato. And we also need to get one of the sheep. So let's go ahead and do that real quick. Oh, and apparently I forgot to clear my backpack from the previous mining trip. I even forgot I had it, so whoops. Anyways, let's put this on the chopping board to get 2 raw mutton chops. Put that in the stove. And what else do we need? We need some cabbage leaf. So let's go ahead and make that like so. And finally, we do need some milk. So I think we can go ahead and grab a milk bucket. Now there's also the milk bottle. This is just made with 3 glass bottles and a milk bucket. I guess that's more efficient, but for now we'll just go ahead and grab a bucket. All right, now we can go here, take our ready cooked mutton chops, and then we can put all this in the crafting grid, and there's our mutton wrap. So the next thing, which is quite useful in my opinion, especially when traveling in early game, are pies. We're gonna make the chocolate one because it's pretty simple over here. And these can give you speed. So that is very helpful. And yeah, first we need to make the pie crust. So we need, I guess, 2 milk buckets. And I guess now I'll just end up crafting the glass bottles because it's gonna be a little bit inconvenient to make 3 buckets. All right, there you go. And now we can turn this into glass bottles. And this will be a lot easier for us to craft with. All right, so we could just put the milk bucket and the 3 glass bottles around it to get 3 milk bottles. And then just get another bucket because we do need it. Okay, so the first step is making the crust. Pretty simple, we do have that. Then we can craft the entire thing. So we just need sugar and cocoa beans. Fortunately, we do have cocoa beans over here, 6. And then just 2 sugar cane. So we can get 2 sugar. And we craft all of this. And there is our chocolate pie. Now this time, you can't really eat this directly. You would have to either place it down the world or like I'm going to do, you can put it in the cutting board and get 4 slices out of it like so. So this is nice and portable. And of course, they don't really give you that much saturation. So the purpose of this is just to give you speed boost. So that's something to note. And finally, we're going to make some hot cocoa. So, or however you say it, cocoa, I don't know. Yeah, so this will, as it says, scrub off 1 cursed ache. It's just a fancy way to say it will get rid of 1 random negative effect. I think that is very useful in fighting off things like cave spiders, which is poison, and witches. Oh my goodness. Witches are so annoying, especially with the poison effect. All right, grab 3 sugarcane, make sugar. And how much cocoa do we need? Oh, we need 6. All right, not bad. Then we can go over here and just get this all sorted. And of course, replace the bowl with the bucket. 3 milk, and that's it. Oh, okay, it's just 4 things. All right, there's a 3 hot cocoa, and oh, it uses up your glass bottles. That kind of sucks, but that's okay. We have our hot cocoa, and I think that's all the foods I want to demonstrate how to make in this episode. Oh, never mind, it just spits out on the side. That's good. So yeah, we're now going to demonstrate the effects. So I still haven't talked about what nourishing and comfort is. So we're going to demonstrate it over here. So nourishing will give you no hunger loss at all. So we're going to take the large meal, which is getting passed over here. As you can see, it fills up my hunger bar completely. This is why you want to get these Farmer Delights foods. They're so nice. So you get nourishment. Oh, that's actually the exact name. As you can see, if I just run around, you can't lose hydration. The only way you can get damaged is when you fall or take damage somehow. So this is convenient. 3 minutes of just not losing hunger. You could run around, explore the world without having to worry about your hunger dropping. So while we have this nourishment effect, I am gonna go exploring. I already dumped all my stuff in the chest, fixing my mistakes last time. And I'm gonna go visit the village up here. All right, seems like it's another oak village. Oh, there are some bees nests over here. That's pretty neat. Man, this village is packed with leaves everywhere. Okay, here I think it is the main part of the village. Let's see if there are any villagers. There are indeed. I was worried that a lot of them would despawn, or should not despawn, die, because it was in render distance. And oh, we just have a leather tunic. And of course, Farmer's Delight being Farmer's Delight, you could shear this off to get a piece of leather. Pretty neat for these things you don't really use. Alright, I think I'm done with this, and let's go explore the savannah one over here. Oh, would you look at those tall hills. Yeah, this is definitely a good place to find coal, and I don't know what that ore is. There's a lot of those. I forgot, it's one of those fertilizers from Croptosis. It's the mod name. I know, see? Here are the tomato vines I was talking about. Basically wild potatoes. Advancement made, first village, huh? I guess it didn't recognize those other non-vanilla villages. But yeah, I gotta say, the terrain looks so good here. You know, you have the village down the levels near the rivers, as civilization should be in the early days. And you got these really nice stone hills slowly going up. And yeah, it's this is so nice. I'm excited to build a station here someday. All right, I'm starting to run out of hunger finally. That lasted a long time. So we're gonna try the quad stew, and this is going to give us a comfort effect. So it's gonna remove the weakness, slowness, and hunger effects, and also prevents us from getting them. Just eat this. That almost fills it up. And there is the comfort effect for 2 minutes. Alright, we are currently underneath that mountain I showed you before, and there are plenty of mobs, so I am going to eat one of the foods, which is strength, right? Chicken sandwich, I believe. Let's go eat that real quick. Alright, 8 seconds. Not much strength, but it's gonna do it. And that wasn't a very good demonstration. Alright, let's say there's a ton of mobs in this cave. We can just eat this mutton wrap and gain some resistance. Oh, that is super nice. Look at that. I am not losing almost no health at all, because I still have quite a lot of saturation. Oh man, this is a huge cave actually. This might be worthwhile exploring in the future instead of just for demonstration purposes of these foods. Oh my goodness. Wow, that came in very timed, is it? Alright, I do not have wood, so oh my goodness, I didn't meant to do that. Fortunately, I was about to demonstrate this later, but we do have the salad bowl, so that will give us regeneration for a couple of seconds. Yeah, as I was saying, because I do not have another pickaxe and the means to make another one, I'm just gonna jump down this water stream and hope I don't die. Alright, it's a very long way home from here. So I think I am going to use some of the chocolate pie, and I'll give you speed for 1 minute. Look at that. 1.5. Oh, that is so nice. Let's see if the effect stacks. Let's eat this one more time. No, it gives you 1 minute and 30 seconds. So it doesn't stack. So that's good to know. Alright, we have arrived back home safe and sound. And I can put away all of the stuff we have found. It's quite a lot actually. And yeah, now I think I'm gonna venture off into the cave spider spawner we have and see if we could demonstrate the hot cocoa. Okay, I've recalled where the mine shaft is, and I think we just need to explore a bit and try to go to that waypoint to find where the spawner is. This is it's gonna take quite a while. All right, here we go. That was quicker than I anticipated, and there's a skeleton. All right, not so helpful. Oh no, my sword's broke. Oh, that is so bad. Okay, anyways, there you go. I got poisoned. Let's try to kill this thing. And then I'm going to get rid the negative effect using the cocoa. Look at that. I'm gonna need a gapple here that we found before, so I don't want to die. All right, I am out of here. That's enough demonstration. Oh, gee. Let's light up the place and get out of here. All right, we made it back to the surface once again. And one last thing I want to say was that hot cocoa, as you could see, could work even when our hunger bar was filled. So it's kind of like milk, which is very nice. Anyways, that was a very scary experience. Oh my goodness, I didn't even know my sword was broken. But I'm glad we are finally all back home, safe and sound. But yeah, I think that was a very enjoyable episode. It was a lot of thrill for me, and getting to Farmer's Delight was a lot of fun, and I'm very excited to make use of all the new foods, and I think we will make some more in the coming episodes. Yeah, thank you so much for watching. Next time is probably going to be the forge. It's going to help us duplicate our ores. It's kind of like Tinker's Construct. Yeah, other than that, have a good day, God bless, and see you next time. Bye bye.